Ron DeSantis, or Ron DeSanctimonious as Trump likes to call him, is putting on his brave face and pretending for the media that those insults and horrible videos that Donald Trump puts out against him, they don't bother him at all. And DeSantis actually told reporters recently that if anything, those insults coming at him nonstop from Donald Trump, they actually help his campaign. When the actual front runner who's beating you by nearly 40 points in the polls, when that guy comes out and just beats the hell out of me, that makes me look good, DeSantis wants us to think. Here's what DeSantis told reporters. When he hits me with the juvenile insults, I think that helps me. I don't think voters like that. I think they look at it and they realize, you know what? That's not effective. And so I don't think it's effective. So I actually don't mind it at all. It's just a reminder why there's so many millions of voters who will never vote for him going forward. I don't mind it at all, right? I'm not crying. Somebody just splashed water on my face, right, Ron? Isn't that what you want to say? You weren't bothered at all by the video they put out not that long ago, the disgusting pudding fingers ad and all of that? You're not upset about, him calling you Meatball Ron, workshopping other nicknames like Tiny D? You're not mad at him for going out there and saying that you were basically begging him, begging for his endorsement for your first gubernatorial run? None of that bothers you at all, right, Ron? You're not mad that Donald Trump has repeatedly gone out there and said that this guy wants to cut Social Security and Medicare. You're not mad at all that he has mocked you for losing your fight with Disney. No, none of that bothers Ron Thick-Skinned DeSantis at all. He actually quite enjoys it because, as he says, it's helping him. Well, as I said, you're losing by nearly 40 points to Donald Trump. A new New York Times poll came out this past weekend that showed that Donald Trump in the Republican primary is sitting at 54%. Ron DeSantis is down to 17%. So it's a 37-point difference, almost 40. And everybody else is polling at 3% or below. So the race is still technically, just based on numbers, Trump first and DeSantis second, but DeSantis is falling fast. And so is everybody else in that Republican race. But here's the thing that DeSantis needs to worry about. His campaign is not the only thing that's dying here. His future political ambitions are going to die along with it. DeSantis had the wind at his back when he entered this presidential race, coming off the largest margin of victory in a Florida statewide race in decades, okay? That's how big, that's how monumental his re-election victory was here in Florida. So you would think he would have catapulted himself to national stardom. Instead, he made himself and the entire state of Florida the laughingstock of the country. But here's the thing. DeSantis is now in his second term. We do have term limits, kind of, here in the state of Florida that say you cannot serve more than 2 consecutive terms. So it does leave the door open, legally speaking, for DeSantis to get a third term, but not until after somebody else serves a 4-year term. And in that meantime, when somebody else is serving that 4-year term as the next governor of the state of Florida, we'll have the 2028 presidential election. So by the time 2028 rolls around, Ron DeSantis will have been out of office here in the state of Florida for 2 years. And the last thing everybody in this country will remember is how horrible his first campaign for president was. So we'll have a guy who will not hold any office, who went down in flames, who has no shot to run for president again. That's why this is so important to Ron. That's why he's riding this roller coaster all the way down to the bottom, even though he sees that the track is broken, because he knows if he can't pull it off now, he doesn't get a second chance. Ring of Fire has fresh content 7 days a week, so if you want to be reminded about it, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the little bell to be notified every time a new video goes up.